The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another segment of the Blueprint to Success podcast. And I'm your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. And y'all know how it go, man. I'm joined to my left, your right, my brother from another mother, man. Y'all give it up for my boy, Alxndr Hall.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
I don't know this right. What's up, y'all? What's great?
Taking it back to the motherland, my brother.
Look at the brother. Look at the brother.
I think, boy, we got one of the best coaches there is on the planet.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yo.
Man, I actually watched the video, dog. It was a bunch of I forgot where they were, but it was like they just bursted out into singing in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you talking about some of the the best sound, man. It's like wow. Just listen, like I forgot what country, but what particular country rather. But man, they just bust out like it might have, bro, like the whole store, like everybody in the store. It was like a group started.
Right.
But in that group, it might have been like 30 of them. And then they just, man, they singing and dancing, bro. I was like, man, it's just beautiful, dog. Yeah, but how you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling, focused.
Another good week.
New week. Just chilling with my son, bro. Just building. Like anytime I get to build with him, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Having those real convos because he's going to the 9th grade. So we having those cell phone pupil combos. What you watching? Give me the phone after 9:30.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Cause if
The big gatekeeper.
Yes. Got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
That
up.
part.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's-
Yes, sir.
That part.
Just building, bro. That's it. That's it, bro.
All right, yes, sir. Well, y'all know how it go, man. Y'all give it up for my brother from the same mother. Man, y'all give it up for Boy Wonda, man.
Hey, you know this, man.
Big bag, duh. Big bag, duh. Big bag. With the Goat Bars hoodie on. Big bag. Big bag.
Went to the dirty side.
Hey, big bag.
Walking red out.
Hey,
Faith
big
not
bag.
sight, but you bow.
Big bag.
We gonna hold it down. What's up, man? What's happening?
What up, dog?
Man, you know, I'm blessed that I'm living, so I gotta give it. You heard me?
Blessed that I'm living, so I gotta give it for sure.
For sure, man. All is well, man.
That's what up.
Working hard behind the scenes. Doing a lot of administrative work with the company. And just, pushing a new artist to sign. So, but we got some things coming down the pipeline. Boy.
Yeah, man.
okay.
I said you building an old empire over there, man.
At least time. Hey, my brothers.
He's stupid.
Yeah, it's going good, man. We got some new music dropping, so coming out. So I'll give you a little insight. Mr. Riggs, he about to hit him out in the gate. He go, boy.
He coming out of the gate with it.
Yeah, and he's on there with his brother, Pastor Tim. So he got him one. And I ain't gonna spoil who the third feature. I ain't gonna spoil that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's been good, man. Just enjoying life.
That's good.
What about you, brother?
Yeah, but before I get choked out, okay?
Yeah.
Faith.
Faith, we're consistent, Faith.
Yeah, bro. Before Mama choked me out, how you doing, Mike? How you doing, Mike?
No,
Yeah.
no more conversations.
I'm in a good space this week. The stock market ain't crashed this week.
Shoot.
Oh, baby. It didn't go
So
down.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Just
Tenfold.
chilling, making moves still, you know.
That's how we do.
Make it work.
We move in silence.
For sure.
Silence. Hey, kill you.
Oh, man.
It kills me, man, when people just like, dude, you ain't got to tell everybody what you're doing all the time.
Everything. You know what,
Like,
brother?
just move. Like, just, you know, I always tell people, bro, I like people like things people expect me to get excited on. I don't.
Right.
Because I know how it go. I'm like, it's new. It's exciting. Talk to me 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, great idea. I love it. Okay, cool. Talk to me 6 months from now. Let me see if you still running with it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Talk to me 12 months from now. Let me see if you still running with it. Talk to me 18 months from now.
Bro.
And let me see if you still running with it. And then I get excited.
Jesus. we coming out the gate right now. So you mean to tell me, could that be a form of self-sabotage in a sense?
Now look at you, bro.
Like, you know, you present something prematurely that you haven't thoroughly thought out and planned and prepped. So now somebody else got that idea in their head, and then, you know, they run with it, and then they pop out on you. they pop out on you. Be like, hold up,
Pop out on you.
hold up. That's my idea. And do you think that would be a form of self-sabotage there for you know,
I think
to
so.
a degree?
I think so because it's like we go into things prematurely, like you said, and then we don't think about everything that's involved.
Right.
So just like you have different runners, right? You may beat me in the 40 time,
Right.
but I may beat you in the 100. You know, we both fast.
Facts.
You just faster than me. You just faster than me in a short distance, but I'm faster than you in a long distance. So it's like taking in the calculations of really like who you are, what you're doing, and what it takes to produce what you're trying to produce, and being realistic about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if it's going to take me a 5-year plan to get to X amount or X, Y, Z, then it is that's what it is. You know,
Right.
you still got to keep that excitement, but don't self-sabotage yourself in the process because it's not going the way you want it to go, or well, dang, they stole my idea, or
Right.
you know, things like man, come on, man, it's a million bread companies,
Yeah.
Exactly.
million juice companies. So it's like at the end of the day, your brand is your brand, and who you're supposed to attract, you're going to attract. You just got to be in it for the long haul.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Because I was looking at the definition of sabotage just in general. I kind of like how they broke it down a little bit. There's like 3 different types. So the 3 different types of sabotaging. So one is destruction, where action involved, the destruction and mutilation of the work environment. I was like, oh, yeah. And I think it hit different just because mutilation is like it seems like it's really brutal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that just that sticks out like dog. So you out for everybody.
Yeah. Right.
And then you got inaction, where as a result of deliberate inaction, predictable destruction occurred. And then you got wastage, where deliberate action led to the wastage of, for example, like raw materials. So whatever can be raw in your life or whatever form of ideal, you know, you can't tell everybody what you got going on because not everybody gonna be happy for you. And you have some people that deliberately try to do harm in the sense of making sure that vision or whatever you got going on don't get out.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You have people like that.
Yeah. That's just like I'm sorry, I'll let you finish, but
No, you
just
good.
like when the Panthers had came up for sale,
Mm-hmm.
and Diddy went on commercial saying that he was gonna buy the team and blah blah blah. I'm like, why did you do that?
Right.
There's no black owners in the NFL. You think them folks just gonna let you walk up in there like that?
Nope.
And you just pre-announced everything, like,
Mhm.
dude,
Who?
like, you say, bro?
Who was it?
Oh, Diddy.
Did he?
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah, he said, he had went on social media saying what he was like, dude, why did you do that?
Mhm.
Like, them guys
Yeah.
ain't finna let you just come in there. You should have just
Nope.
got with your people, stacked your chips together, and then went in. Now you showed the people your hand.
Bro,
You
I'm
sitting at the
trying to tell
card table and showing people your hand.
yeah.
you. Because
You just self-sabotaged everything that you said you wanted to do. For
and,
what clout? And that's what I don't understand. Like,
and the question is he owner of that company now, part owner of, and takeout of it?
exactly.
No.
No. Negative.
No. It was something just to quickly say this is what I'm gonna do. Just because of whoever else did whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like even like when it comes to me, music. If I put something out online that you hearing, I already got it copywritten. You can't do nothing about it. I own the rights to it, so I'm not gonna present something prematurely that I'm working on unless it's real short, and make sure that it's covered. Because if not, man, that sound familiar.
Right.
Cause bro, like the music industry is the epitome
It's
of
brutal.
in some instances sabotage. But even though we're talking about sabotage, but there's a flip side to that coin. And when it comes to doing things to where it boils down to having made give your last to invest in what you got going on and really taking that risk, or get into a space to where you like, you know what, I'm gonna place the bag on myself, and that's the sacrificing the things. So how can you tell the difference of what is being sabotaged or what is being sacrificed? Because sometimes we can get the two mixed up and confused. So could you break down for the people like the difference of between that sabotaging and then being, oh, does that seem like it's sacrificing, but it ain't. No, you just self-sabotaging. Straight from the house.
No, I had thought about something when you said that. Like,
Like I did that.
Depending on what moves is being made. Like, so I'm just finna come from the house, bro. I ain't finna fake with it. Like with me when just to reiterate, when I say come from the house, I gotta only speak based upon things that I've been through that I can like tie into what we're talking about.
Right.
So when a lot of the sabotage type stuff and the sacrifice type stuff, you're looking at when I would be in relationships with certain individuals, when I think that I'm doing something to sacrifice for the betterment of our situation or of the situation at hand, a relationship or whatever case may be, when you're making moves with somebody that you're not supposed to be with, it's automatically self-sabotage. Automatically. Automatically. It's automatically not going to go well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can be sacrificing for the betterment for your situation.
Right.
Doing all the right things you're supposed to be doing to get ahead, but with the wrong person, it's gonna fail. Every time.
Never fails.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not, bro, everybody is not meant to go through everything with you.
Right.
Say that one more again.
Okay, so everybody is not meant to go through everything with you. Like, some people are designed for the trenches.
Right.
It's some men who are designed to go through certain stuff. It's some women who are designed to go through certain stuff with you. Not saying that the woman who can't really handle that, not saying that she's more less than this woman. She's not saying that. I'm not saying that. Not saying that if this guy can't go work out a warehouse for 80 hours a week, not saying he's less of a man. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's certain people for certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm a perfect example of that, dog.
You feel me? So like if you got the wrong type of person,
Yeah.
in the wrong situation, it's gonna fail, bro.
Yep, it ain't gonna work. Yep.
Bro.
It's gonna fail. So you can sacrifice all you want to, but you sabotage because you ain't got the right piece there. It's the piece don't fit.
That's good, bro.
Because you got to be on the same level. You got to be on the same wavelength. You have to be in sync, in unison.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we.
Hold on, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
This is it.
Go ahead. Come straight from the house to the back door.
And,
Flag on the play.
and unison don't mean on the same level at all the time. You don't have to have the type of intellect that I have. But as long as we grab the same vision, let's go.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Come on with it, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like your wife can understand things that you don't understand, but as long as if she say, baby, I think we should do this, and okay, we can do that, let me step out and make these steps to come forth on what we said what we're gonna do, that's all that matters. And like if you wanna go like more of, cause you know we us Christians, boy.
Preach up. Glory.
Us Christians, boy, if one person don't see one person praying enough or whatever, of that, you can tell when somebody's talking to Jill. But just because her prayer life is not like yours, don't mean she not in the paint with you, bro. Stop.
Right.
Facts.
And that was some of my problem, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm able to see the difference between, when someone is drifting off and when they just, maybe they do it different times. Maybe they do other stuff. Like, just don't worry about you. How about that? How about you worry about you?
Sweep around your own front door.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just because they're not where you're at, don't mean that y'all not on the same team, on the same page. So I just wanted to kind of like chime in on that.
No, but that's good and needed because there are going to be times where you're down, and then you're going to need that input, that wisdom. And you seek each other out for different wisdom and knowledge and levels of and that's what makes it work. That's what gives you the balance that you need to continue to strive and work for perfection, and then also just strive to what you're trying to build together. And that's the important thing, because it's like, what's the use of trying to strive for something if it's just you by yourself on your own? Like, we all desire to, at least I can speak for me personally, how I desire to have a family. Well, I have to take steps toward to that. I have to prepare. I have to make sure that my mindset is where whatever is, I welcome, make sure that she's included whenever she gets here. So, like, for me, what has to be sacrificial for me is just like, it's just certain things I couldn't do that I was just like, no, I'm straight. You know, a lot of people like to go out a lot. I could care less. Like, I like to kind of just like really focus. I'll go out as needed, you know, just like, you know what, let me go hang out a little bit, just, you know, do something other than work, or I just like to wind down. But it's just like, when you're focused, man, it's just like you so in the zone, you don't allow people to deter you, because you know, this ain't gonna lead down to somewhere good. And this and one of the, I think, biggest things we sabotage, and as hard as we try not to, we do, is time. Like, the importance of time. Like, I mean, we have the same 24 hours in a day. So what are we doing in those 24 hours? Are we doing anything that's pushing us to where, okay, we can get better and do better? Or is it taking us away from not doing better and getting better and perfecting what it is that we're called to do, and what we're in, whatever industry or profession we're in? And just in life in general, just like with the last episode, we talked about quality of life. It's no different. And so there's going to be some quality, but what type of quality is it? Is it going to be high, or is it going to be any quality at all?
And bro, look, and we talking on quality bit, dog. I mean, we can go ahead and flip that thing over. Go and flip it over real quick.
Go ahead. Cook the other side.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go on. If you're with your partner, if you're with your partner, she's your teammate, and she's designed, she's been called, y'all been placed together, divinely placed together. Not y'all two are like you, but no, y'all been called together. And if things are not flowing how they need to flow, and y'all come together and y'all see an adjustment need to be made or some sacrifices need to be made, if you don't sacrifice, if you don't follow the plan, be obedient and sacrifice, then y'all two, with y'all divinely put together selves, sabotaging yourselves.
Exactly.
All right, because you're making, like, if you don't make an adjustment when the adjustment need to be made, that's also sacrifice. I mean sabotage. Because you ain't making a move counterpart on what need to happen. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before too. To where, okay, said, you need to do this so this can come to pass. That don't make sense. How I'm supposed to say,
Right.
you need to do this. Well, I don't see how it's going to.
Right.
You need the next thing you know, sabotaged up.
Sabotage anglement.
Sabotaged up, boy.
Sabotage anglement.
Sabotaged up from head to
He
toe.
put that on the shirt.
Sabotaged up.
Can you imagine the conversation that'll be started from that?
Got a whole sabotage fit on. What you wearing, sabotage? What you got on?
What?
Sabotage. Sabotaged up, boy.
Sabotage.
All because
Get
you
out your own way.
didn't want to make the adjustments and the sacrifices at hand. You didn't want to go ghost. Like you don't want to drop off the face of the earth so you can be straight later on. No. You got to what you wearing? Sabotage. It look good on you. hey, what Bruce said? Bruce said it looks good on
You.
Straight up.
Check this out, though. I think, how do I want to hit this? I think whether no matter what type of relationship it is, right? I think what happens is we go into the relationships with a misconception on each other's responsibilities.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Here we go.
Swerve.
Skirt. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
especially
Yes,
like
sir.
in relationships, like what's the woman's role, what's the man's role? What you mean? What's our role?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then people try to input their ideologies on other relationships, and you know it's good to give advice, but don't be so dogmatic to where you kind of self-sabotage a relationship that could have been built because not all nobody want to deal with you because you're always trying to, pinpoint your viewpoints on people.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're dealing with and talking about the relationship aspect of it, man. I was thinking about like while y'all was talking, like something E.T. said, and E.T. said this right here. He said it's not about equal contribution; it's about equal sacrifice.
Yeah, that's
deep.
Well, leave it to
That's
E.T.
deep.
boy. Dr.
You know what I'm
Aaron
saying?
Thomas.
That's why I say because we come in with the wrong misconception of each other's responsibilities because I'm looking for you to put in the same thing I'm doing, contribution wise, but it's like how you're built different.
Yeah.
Let's face it, you may be more stronger than somebody, you may have more faith than somebody else, but then you trying to put that on the other person and they just don't have it, and then you self-sabotage the relationship because you fail to recognize the validity of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that goes back to love language. Like understanding the love language. Like, you know how many times you ask a person to do something in a relationship and they just can't give what you desire because that's not a form of their love language.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no different. You have to learn the love language. How do we flow? What you like? What you don't like? Like how can we move forward? Okay, no. Okay, it's like you're learning your partner, the ins and outs, the goods, the bads, the do's, the don'ts. Okay, I had came across a video and I like how I think it was like a pastor. He was talking about, man, how can I outserve you today? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just come thinking from that point of view, like, because your spouse, your partner, that's somebody you looking like, how can I serve you today? What can I do to make your day better? You know, and vice versa. It equal opportunity, equal ownership within, you know, the team. And that's how you get stronger. Because you can't allow everything in your two-hand circle. You just can't. Because everything don't work for you. You know what I'm saying? It's only some things we're like, all right, let me go on ahead, dissect it. Let me go on ahead. All right, I'm gonna spit out the bones. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, and I just came across something here. Okay, sacrificing our own gains for others is what leads to greater fulfillment and profound happiness. Yet many of us are denied that privilege by the impulse to cling on to what is ours, often through fear rather than letting it go. So I look at it like when it comes to sacrificing, man, I look at it, it's just like it is a greater fulfillment because I love making other people happy. I love seeing the joy on other people's faces. And when I read that, I was just like, man, how can I sacrifice without sacrificing myself? Because sometimes I want to do better. Not sometimes, most of the time I want to do better in, okay, how can I handle something better? How can I love on a person more better? Or how can I serve them more better? And it's just like sometimes we'll sabotage the moment of what can be a greater good, but we're so used to doing things the way we want to do it and how we think it should be done that we miss and squander opportunities as well. So I think understanding the fine line of what is really sacrificial and what is sabotage, like you really have to know the two and separate it and know what the difference is, because you can miss out on a lot.
Yeah, and when you can understand that, then it puts you in a better position to win. Because it's just certain things you're gonna have to do to sacrifice. You know, like you don't always want to be the one that's giving up the good for the great. But sometimes you have to be that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, me and my wife, we have those conversations, and sometimes you have to sacrifice the last word to keep peace in the house. You know what I'm saying? So when you're thinking about sacrifice, you're always giving up something. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you sacrifice something, it should be something. Basically, what you were just saying, it should be for a greater cause.
Yeah,
I'm not sacrificing something just to sacrifice something.
right.
It should be a purpose. It should be a purpose always attached to the end of that sacrifice.
And then in the end result give you that result you're looking for, which is
Exactly.
fulfillment. Because anybody that sacrificed don't want to be like, man,
Yeah.
did I do the right thing? Because I don't feel good about it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I just don't.
Well, shoot, sometimes, bro, when you sacrifice something, you know, you like, it might take a while for you to feel or get the result that you was looking for when you initially sacrificed it.
Right.
So it's not
Right.
gonna feel good right away.
Exactly.
Right.
But when you look 4 years from now, like, I'm glad I did that 4 years ago.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm glad I took the time to get
Right.
this right. I'm glad I, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, the fulfillment, yeah. So, cause sacrifices, it's not sacrifice. Is dead.
Yeah. She did. She good.
Sacrifice.
I will excuse myself and exit stage left for a moment.
Yes. He didn't hit the voice on me. I still got it. I ain't going nowhere. I'll jump back in when you get your batteries. I think I'm gonna get that sub, bro. I got it. Hold on.
Guess who's back? All right, we in now.
Yeah, so because when you initially sacrifice for something, sometimes it take a while to
Yep.
Yeah.
to reap
See.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember watching Allen Iverson's on the 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't Mutombo play for the 76ers?
Yep.
Bro, I saw him slap somebody jump shot with that big old hand.
No.
So like sacrifice is that Mutombo shot block for instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
Like it slaps it way across the court, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, man, when you sacrificing initially, you have to wait to get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Yeah. You gotta, like the old saying, you gotta give up to go up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's facts all the way around. And when I think about sacrifice,
Bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead,
I promise I ain't mean that. I straight started out. I
straight
promise.
down low.
He went upstairs. He went upstairs in the house.
I promise,
Straight
bro.
from the house.
You know, Manupo,
I
think it's his grandson.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just saw it the other night. It's a kid that play ball, and he's related to Manupo.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw him, I said, "Dang, yep, that's his lineage."
Dang.
Yeah, I just looked in his face. I was like, "Yeah." And he tall and skinny too,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but he's more agile and can shoot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Bro, I just thought about Jesus, bro. No cap.
Yeah.
Man, bro, when he sacrificed himself,
Mm-hmm.
bro, when you sacrifice something dies.
Mhm.
So something has the opportunity to live. That's what this is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good. Yo.
That's point blank period.
That's good.
That's exactly what it
Wow.
is. Like when
Yeah,
you
he-
like I have to kill this on this side.
In order for something else to come up
This
on the
have
other
to
side.
these bad habits of this spending have to die. This non-budgeting junk got to die. This debt, this whatever, this got to die. So this fruitful life, this blissful life over here can have a chance to live,
That's
have a
good.
chance to thrive. So my seeds can have a chance to have something.
Come on,
That's
dog.
good.
Hold on, not even have something. Bump the physical assets. Bump that. So their minds can be conditioned so they know what to do if they don't have.
Come on, dog.
Bro, why you think parents be getting mad when parents leave kids money and they blow the money? What you get mad for? You didn't teach them how to condition their mind to handle finances. So they get this physical stuff and they blow it. They go buy Jordans and cars and stuff.
Man.
You didn't teach them what to do with it though.
That part.
So if I
Financial literacy.
if I think different, right? If I think different
Yeah.
and I teach my children how to think different, they gonna teach their children how to think. Bro, people who think different, they be different and they live different, bro.
That's where it come from, dog. Straight
That
out the
part.
mud.
That
So-
part.
The story of
You
my
know what I'm
life.
saying?
My life.
So if I kill this over here,
Mm-hmm.
then this over here, when I'm dead and gone,
Mm-hmm.
this have a chance to live. That's what sacrifice is. That's
Bruh.
what it is.
Oh, that's so profound.
Sacrifice
The
and
epitome.
sabotage is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different.
Sabotage. Yep. You're destroying it. You're strictly destroying something with the chance of it not even coming back.
The intention of killing it.
With the intention of doing it harm. You intentionally harming something that where it can't no life come from it.
Sabotage is you thinking about the right now. Ain't no later.
Nope.
I want this now.
Exactly. I don't want to wait to get it.
I want her now. I want him now. I want the promotion now. I want the big booty now. Oh no. Oh no, let me go get the shots. Oh no. It's sacrifice when you get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. It's sacrifice when you don't work the 12-hour shift and you go to the gym and sacrifice. It's sacrifice when you eating right. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, self-sabotage when you go to the gym and then come back and sit on the couch and eat a half a gallon of ice cream.
It depends on sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, he just went this hell on it. He like blah blah blah. Well, I don't think so, brother. Well, we gonna have to disagree to disagree.
It been plenty of hey.
Bro, stop being straight.
Straight up. Hey, sometimes hey.
Hold on now, bro.
I don't know. It been plenty of days that I hate.
We know who even got it. Somebody divided ice cream after the gym.
Hey, I'm your PR. You just tell them that was your cheat day.
There's plenty of days I don't, done hit the gym, then
Fuck your brakes.
Done hit Andy's Igloo real quick. Got me a little milkshake, you know what I'm saying? Small one. Not a medium, got a small one. Do my thing.
All right.
But it's different though. It's different from, huh?
Andy's got some good
Bro, I had the
I always get the fruit salad.
Bro, I had this milkshake and my son and them think it's so nasty, bro. I think it's bomb. I had a coconut, peanut butter, and blueberry milkshake. Large.
He said large.
Large.
Is you pregnant, dog?
That thing was bust down, but
I can't
but
see
this
it.
was not after the gym though.
You can have that one.
It wasn't after the gym.
I'm with you on this one, Pop. You can have this.
And that milkshake, bro, with the coconut, with the blueberry.
Yeah, you can have that one, bro.
Bust down.
We'll take your word for it.
Bust down. But
you can have it.
Sacrificing and sabotage is two different things, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I'm telling you, bro, sabotage. You thinking about? I want to be seen now. Like the guys, like I want to be the man right now. And then you start treating other guys funny who on your team. You start treating other people funny because you want to be the man now. Okay. I want the money now. Let me go get a couple of ounces now. Let me go out there now. I want it now.
Yeah,
That's sabotage.
Throw a monkey wrench in the plan.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I'm finna come straight from the house.
Come through though.
So what do you think is the cause of people self-sabotaging their own success?
Sometimes fear.
Do you think it's cause of is it more so the fear of success, or is it more so the fear of the responsibilities that come with success?
I think both.
Sorry,
I think both.
I'm gonna say, I think it depends on the type of battles the individual have within and the things that they deal with that haven't got delivered. Because this is why I say that. Because depending on what you battle with is what type of move you're gonna make. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So like, depending on what you battle with, depending on what type of move you're gonna make. Like some people don't have greed issues, so they're not money hungry. But for a person who is a lover of money, they will shortcut things to get the money. They will self-sabotage themselves or sabotage somebody else to get the money. You know what I'm saying? a person might have a really bad lust issue. So they might do things to get around a certain type of person, depending on what that person battle with. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I think.
Okay.
That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what a person battle with, depending on what moves they make. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that, and I think sometimes fear because of lack of confidence too. Because sometimes you'll overthink, you'll second guess yourself a lot. You'll stay complacent because it's a safe space, and a lot of people that when you stay in a safe space, you won't go beyond what your capabilities or what you think you can do, even no matter who's around you. So that's why it's important to have mentors and people around you that supports you and condition you to help get to that, because it's going to take and require baby steps. It's not going to happen in one, quick whiff. And I agree with you with far as with the sabotaging. When it comes to somebody who's greedy, they'll be quick to cut you off and cut you out of deal, or they can care less how you feel personally about it because it's just business. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, just business. Yep.
Man, I've seen even some relationships they be sabotaged just for the lack of, just for people just walk away, and they feel like you're not as valued anymore, or because they can't get what they thought they can get from you, and you woken up and now you just like, oh no, we ain't doing this. So I think it's a huge dynamic, because it can go endless. Like it's so many ways that it can form and sometimes people even afraid to succeed because they see how success turned some people out. It's just on your point of view and what you've been exposed to, I think.
What they battle with. If they battle with fear, if they battle with insecurity, or if they battle with, depending on what you deal with, is what's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? So I think and you hit it in, like, you just spoke on some key ones: fear, insecurities. I forgot the other one you just said.
Like a confidence.
Like a confidence. I think everybody deal with that at some point in time, somewhere. Because everybody, you don't have all the skills for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So depending on what people deal with. Depending on, because some people don't have confidence issues. They don't.
Right.
Some people they just real confident. You know what I'm saying? But they might struggle in team leading or something like that. You're confident, but you're a quiet confident. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. So it depends on what a person deal with. That's
I like to get your take on it, your thought. I feel like you coming from like the flip side.
Yeah,
of things.
He always
get that balance.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Pull out my horns.
Yeah. Let me throw this in there.
Where's my pitchfork?
Oh my God, there's the advocate.
I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people don't realize that they're afraid of the responsibility that comes with success, or they sabotage themselves. Because it's like, once I get to that point, okay, how am I going to top that?
Yeah.
Or how am I going to be able to maintain that? Or how am I going to be able to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Because, because it took such a struggle to get there, it's like, man, now I don't want to deal with that. And then you fall into a place of what I call false contentment.
That's a good word.
Because you wasn't content with your situation until you ran into the responsibilities that came with what you said you wanted in the first place. So now it's like, oh no, I'm content. Well, you wasn't content, but then when you saw all the work that had to go in to get to where you at, oh, now you all of a sudden content. That's false contentment.
You know what can also cause that? Somebody else coming to your same profession, the same vicinity of what you do, and they may do it just a tad better, and it can cause you to be like,
fall back.
Yeah. And then sometimes even living in the past, because this was that one moment that it worked out just like it was supposed to. Remember this time, and you'll live in the past and you won't move forward and try to, grow yourself and try to learn more things to even cultivate and get even sharper. And so I understand that stage too, because it's like there's a level of discipline that you have to have, and willingness as well. Like, what's discipline without willingness, without intent? So you have to be intentional about yourself and the things around you, your environment, who you're with. You know what I'm saying? Like the people you surround yourself with. Like, are they helping you be a better version of you? Are they helping you making the right decisions and the right choices that are sacrificial, that'll be fulfillment for later? Because a lot of times I had read something here that is like, sacrificing is temporary. It's until you feel like you've gotten your result, or whatever that is you're sacrificing to get to where you're trying to, go and obtain. So, I think this could go so many ways.
Bro, that's key to remember too. That's key. Because when we know we have to make an adjustment, we be, and y'all don't come from my head, y'all know I ain't lying.
He lying? No,
You know I ain't lying. Like, when we gotta make an adjustment and we see how hard it's gonna be, like, man, I gotta do this for this month. You know what I'm saying? We see the turmoil we have to go through. But what you just said is key. It's temporary. It's temporary. Jesus was down for 3 days. Temporary. Temporary.
Same time. I was just like, oh.
It looked at the greater call. It was you sacrificed one man for the sins of the whole world. So it's like you have to figure out somehow how to get your mind to switch that. If like I said earlier, if I'm really gonna sacrifice something, there's something greater coming behind the other end of the sacrifice. Because if not, you won't do it.
Nope.
It has to be a greater cause. If I'm just sacrificing just to sacrifice and there is no greater cause attached to it, there's no reason for me to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it'll create an environment of bitterness. It'll create an environment of neglect, environment of resentment, because
Well, he hitting it.
the more you don't do because of what you didn't get from the sacrificial standpoint, then you know what, you're like, I ain't getting nothing out of it, so why should I?
Yep, that's the thing. I told you. I told you when I was trying 20 different things.
That boy had a flashback.
I told you. Boy, we had a life. Bro, we had a whole life full of sacrifice. It was a sacrifice life. It was one numb popping. She was like, man, I'm going. So it gotta be something. But you sacrificing, look. If you sacrifice it like that, please have some fruit behind it. Right. Have some fruit behind it. If not, I'm telling you, man, they gonna go crazy on you.
Oh, they go crazy.
I'll come up with these. Y'all know I live from out of the house. Y'all already know that. So.
Oh my God, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
No,
I told you. That
real.
flashback hit different.
He's stupid. No, it's just a real thing. It's real.
It is, dog. Trust
It's
me.
real because that's what that is. When you are quote unquote living, oh man, it's supposed to be temporary. But when you're living in sacrifice, eventually somebody gonna go crazy, bro.
Right.
When you're living in sacrifice, it's supposed to be you go through it, not living in it.
Wow.
We ain't supposed to live in it.
Oh,
Right.
bro.
That's good.
You said a mouthful.
We ain't supposed to live it. Hell is living in it. You living in it. Every day they hollering and screaming and getting burnt up, bro. That's when you go through the sacrifice and come out on the other side, it's temporary, like you said. But when people be living in it, bro, it's harsh, and we be going crazy. People forget about when you're a couple and you're living in sacrifice. Somebody gonna eventually forget about why y'all even came together. Forget about you was my friend. Forget about we made vows. Forget about we were in love. Forget about the commitment that we made to God first, then made to each other, because you living in it. It's harsh.
It's a harsh reality, though.
It's harsh, bro. And so
It is, bro.
and and I just, well, not just now, but over the time, I understand that.
Yeah.
So when people ask me, and I don't mean to go ahead, but when people ask me like,
Oh, you good?
How come you can talk? Like, because I understand the mind frame, I understand it.
Right.
So for a person like she's not horrible. No, I get you.
Right. That's a different. That's a different level of thinking.
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that goes by, because I always say every action has a reaction.
For sure.
It don't make it right. Don't make it wrong. You know, in a sense. But at the end of the day, every action has a reaction. And the fact that you can learn, it's bro, it's just so much like trying to understand like why people do some of the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're in a position and you're trying to better yourself, it's like
Right.
And I'm listening to the instructions on what it takes to do that, then why would I do that? Why am I just gonna sit there and live in the sacrifice and just complain about my life?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna do nothing but make me more angry. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense at all. And I continue to go around the same mountain over and over again just because, just like the children of Israel, all they did was complain and murmur. So they wandered around. So you wandered around the wilderness for 40 years.
That's no
For
lie.
a journey that was nowhere near that. I don't remember the exact amount, but basically it was only a couple of days journey, literally, for what they was trying to get to, and it turned into 40 years because they just kept complaining and murmuring and complaining and murmuring.
Bro,
So
I could tell you how true that is. We had a person at work that was going for a test. The lady complaining and murmuring about every little thing. The people that were transporting, she was like, man, y'all better get up. Bro, it got so bad. One of my coworkers was like, you want to take her? I was like, yeah, I'll take it out. I hold you down. He's like, hey, you get mine, I get yours. It was that bad. She got back in the stretcher. The girl was like, she complained about a cat. Oh, Lord. Bro, that joint had me laughing the whole time.
he said me out wrong.
No,
But it's true, bro. It's just like,
Hey, like the way he said me out.
and they just thinking like, man, what has been going on in your life to cause you to be this type of person? Listen,
Oh, right.
dope.
Bro, I be reading the posts, man. It's crazy, dog. Me and Isha was talking, right? I say, babe, here's the crazy part, man. I say, nobody can make a point without somebody chiming in and combating about the total opposite of the point that they were trying to make. I say, what sense does that make? I get your point,
None.
but they made their point in what they said, and that was the point that they were trying to make, which is a valid point. Can we just marinate in that for a minute?
Yeah.
It's like everybody got the, here's my, the point was valid. They're focusing on this right now.
Yeah.
So let's focus on this because this is a true and valid point. So can we just marinate in that for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like watching the world move, and it's crazy, dog. It's
People want to imply what they know and their knowledge so quick that they're listening with the intent to respond and not listen to understand.
Yeah.
And not with the intent to be like, hold on, they ain't trying to process, they ain't trying to filter, they just off the hinges.
Yeah, because growth is a powerful thing, man.
It is.
And the only reason you can, and we can say, and other people can say certain like that is because every situation you're trying to learn from.
Mm-hmm.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because if things was all gravy, you ain't gonna learn nothing. You ain't gonna build no tenacity, no strength, no faith, no patience, none of that stuff.
None of that.
All the good things and qualities that you need to make any type of relationship successful.
Which requires what?
Yeah.
Work.
Requires work, requires sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Giving up the good for the great.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to give up the good for the great?
Because people be want to put their quote-unquote 2 cents in
Mm-hmm.
or their opinions in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But they don't know how to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or even why you have your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That the Bible talks about, I think it's in the book of Proverbs, talks about seeking counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
From the wise, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
wisdom
Yep.
wisdom is
When I-
to the counsel.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I put together something, when I bring it to y'all,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeking y'all opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because your opinion is going to either, some ways or form of fashion, your opinion is going to help me build what I'm trying to build.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're telling somebody something, are you trying to be destructive or are you trying to help me build and create?
Right.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Are you
Right.
trying to, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like sacrifice. Sacrifice is for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I do this, it's for a purpose. So when you telling me, when you flying out of your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
know how to use the words that come out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just be saying so because you want to say something. Shut up.
Yeah, everything don't need to be said.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
Like you ain't gotta say nothing. As a matter of fact, if you don't know how to use your words, just shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing the best thing ever.
Shut up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Just shut your mouth and then allow somebody who knows how to use their words
Mm-hmm.
to be there so they can help this person build up
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
and help them switch up or rearrange when it needs to be rearranged.
Mm-hmm.
And be the voice that you're trying to silence.
Yeah.
Dog.
People overall just want to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
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 Just want to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But you gotta know how to feel important and how important you are.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because the things that come out of your mouth, you can make this person feel less important. So like, what are you trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
Yeah.
build or are you trying to destroy?
Yeah.
Don't sabotage me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sabotage me. If I'm trying to do something and I'm gonna have to do something to do something, I'm gonna have to sacrifice something. Help me make the
Yeah.
proper sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Help me work towards it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Because everybody has to sacrifice something.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the reason why they fly their mouth, because everybody want to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know how to use your words, life and death is in the power of the tongue. If you don't know how to just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just shut your mouth and be there when I need you to be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what the heck to say to me,
Just sit there and listen.
if I hit the brick wall, just be there to hug me.
Mm-hmm.
Body language. Talk to me that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because what come out your mouth, it ain't worth nothing, but just be there physically when I need you to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can work and learn how to say stuff. The same thing in relationship.
Yep.
Yep.
Sometimes I know I'm a guy, so I can speak from a guy's perspective, but you've been married for a minute, and you finna get married soon.
Facts.
So sometimes we have to learn how to say what needs to be said to our women, bro. It don't just happen like that.
Right. Right.
You gotta learn how to say certain stuff to comfort her verbally.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
And bro, I'm gonna even say this. That's just in relationships general.
Yeah, and anybody, period.
Because
yeah.
if you're leading a team, you know what I'm saying, whether you own a business or in your job, the productivity is going to be based upon how you treat those people and what you say to those people. So it actually, that's like a universal language. It's like, what can I say? What can I say to make sure that this relationship is productive? It's producing good fruit. So if am I giving, even when we talk about love language, you know, I know that's a relationship book based upon, you know, love also like but it's like, man, I was thinking about that business wise too. What is my employees' love language? Yeah, because everybody don't want more money. Some people they're big on accolades.
Exactly.
So where my plaque at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did the most. I sold the most. Where my plaque at?
Words of affirmation.
You got some that's like, man, no, give me my money.
Because look, bro, the first thing God did was spoke. And God said. And after he said what he said, everything started moving.
That part.
So it's a very important piece.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So if he's in here, whatever come out is powerful. So what are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Just we should, and me. I'm not saying I have it all down pat. Don't come from my head, y'all. Whatever. No. I'm just saying that we have to be mindful. That's it. Like we have to know how to use it in the right way.
Because it's gonna teach you.
Right.
It's and like when you're being a great leader, you're also a great listener. You're a great follower in a sense of taking other people's advice and you're not moving as if you're on your high horse type of deal. Because it also shows you a reflection of what you have to work on and what is good and what is like, okay, I could use a little more work in, because your team and how they operate and how you move, it dictates your leadership skills. It's a reflection of you.
Yeah.
So like, man, my old boss Tony, he ain't play. When I worked at Lake Howard Heights, Tony didn't play. The kitchen was like looking like who done it. He's like, I'm about to show you. Get in line. Get in line. Like, bro, Tony did not play, bro. That kitchen was tip top span. And me understanding and what he desired out of us, you know, some didn't. You know, just because of what they've been conditioned in, you know what I'm saying? Just like, and it's like, to God be the glory, but like, when I reflect and look back on when I mop the floor or help clean the kitchen, when I'm in a dish pit, I could tell a difference when you'll know when I mopped and swept. Because there's detail, there's pride in the work. You'll notice when, man, all this stuff on the floor, they just mop it. They didn't go about their business, but you can't do that. And just to think of like, man, he was like, man, don't, this need to be a consistent type of thing, because this is a reflection of me. And they gonna think I'm gonna allow this to keep going on. Because that'll be a form of self-sabotage if he allows that to go on. It's like, no, we got to correct this. We got to we got to tighten up. It's like, and that's the moment that I realized in that point in time was like my mindset shifted. Like, he really helped me understand what's my assignment versus this is just a job I'm on. And it opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, and it made me take more pride, even more in my work. But bro, pride come before the fall. So we either shape up or we go get shipped out.
If it's a person on the squad who's sour, oh man. If it's a person on the squad, on the team, on the job, on the church board, on the grocery line, on the whatever, if it's a person in the unit who is sour and who's hard to deal with and who's a hard head and nobody checks them, you're sabotaging the whole movement. They have to be checked.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to.
Because if it's not, the situation it's gonna circle back around.
Right.
It's gonna always show up in the form, in another area. It may not come the exact same way, but it's gonna always. That's why we have to deal with things, that are practically sabotaging our lives, sabotaging what we're trying to do, sabotaging our relationship. Trying to move stuff. You have to, because if not, it's gonna resurface. It always resurfaces. It always resurfaces. So you better just go ahead, man. Give me my pain. Give me my pain now. Let me go and get it out of the way. Let me go and get it out of the way so I can get on the other side of success. Boom.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, let me go and take my heartache. Let me go ahead and take my pain. Like right now, let me go and get it out of the way. Because it's coming. It's already here. I'm just gonna deal with it. And let's move the joke out of the way. Just keep it going.
Sometimes they're hard to check because they don't want to listen.
Because they don't want to listen.
But when they like that, then you have to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I need to go ahead and leave the situation because you ain't finna change. You don't want to change. And I'm not finna sabotage myself because
you don't want to change.
Yeah, so I got to go on over here.
I got to move.
Yeah.
I got to, there you go. I got to move.
I had to bust a move.
Yeah.
And that's where that song came from. Just be like, bro, what you doing? You sitting on the record. It's mixed and mastered. It's done. Why you ain't busting no move? And that's where the origin of the song came from. It just like I was in this season of just stagnant. Just being stagnant. Just sitting on stuff. And it just like, bling. Brother, drop that. What you waiting on?
Drop it.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? So it's we have to also be careful of being stagnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sabotaging will cause that.
Yeah,
You'll just be in that environment.
Yeah.
This is me. This is how I run. You either accept me the way I am, or you can ship out. It's just a form of attitude that is there's no form of gratitude. There's no wanting to be well. There's no wanting to do. There's no wanting to do well or be well in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, this has been dope, man. We've been going a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and wind it down. Yeah, but just to the people out there, man, just life is sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Some of the choices we make, some of the choices we made, and some of the choices we will make, it always going to require sacrifices. And so, what the thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to self-sabotage the very thing that we're trying to do, and that's going to hold us and keep us in the place that we're trying to leave from. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so, y'all just stay on the up, man. Y'all just stay on the up, keep pushing, keep moving, man. Stay around people that's going to build you up and not break you down. Get connected with people of a like mind that may be strong when you're weak, and when you're weak, and when they're weak, you're strong. You know what I'm saying? You just get around people that's going to complement each other. And so, man, we hope y'all got some nuggets out of this one, man. This one kind of was a little bit more, I guess, sensitive type deal.
I guess you could say, don't say sensitive, but
Well,
I guess it was.
sensible type, But I mean, that kind of like, it really do, man. I mean, you talking about self-sabotage. That's a big thing, dog.
It
When
is.
you think about it, you know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
huge.
like,
Because you got to be real with yourself. Like,
yeah.
like I messed this up. I
I did it.
I did it.
And start recognizing
I've been
accountability.
doing it for the
Yeah, I keep picking I keep picking the wrong person. I keep picking the wrong situation. I keep picking the wrong
I'm the common
job.
denominator.
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
I'm not happy. I done went through, it just, so that's the only reason why I said that, because it is sensitive, because I have to look at myself in the mirror, and look, E.T. said it best, you owe you.
Yep.
You owe yourself an explanation on why you are where you are.
owe you.
And then you can make the adjustment, because if you don't know why you are where you are, you can't make the right adjustment.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So man,
That's
we
good.
we can keep going on this one here, but 'cause we're all big on self-improvement, self-development, spirituality, different things, man. So
Facts.
God created you to be great, man. Don't settle for nothing less. And so he said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So that means that greatness lies on the inside of you. So, but it does you or nobody that you're supposed to influence and impact because you want to be average. So just make sure you're trying to do whatever you can to get out of your situation, make it better, do the things that you desire to do and what your purpose to do. And so with that, we're going to tell you to shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you had the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. Y'all, we'll see y'all next week. Peace. God bless.